Hello traders, today is October 3rd, 2024. I'm going to cover HIMS and only HIMS today. Keep in mind, this content is for educational purposes, it's not financial advice. If you are thinking about risking your money investing, please do your own due diligence, make your own decisions. And if you feel ready, then understand that investing is risky. Well, let's get into this. The obvious reason why I am making this video today is because HIMS was down at one point today 15%. We end up closing right under 10%, 9.6% I believe today. There was very decent volume, I would say, compared to what we have been seeing, up to 25 million shares traded today. And let's just talk about technicals for now, and then I might give you a little bit of an understanding of what happened today. So technically speaking, what I was saying, let's start with Tuesday. When we hit our price target, which was 18.7, one of the things, go back to that video, one of the things that I said was, well, if I was you, because I don't have a position on HIMS, I wish I did, I would take some profits. If not, I would completely get out of my position, but at least take some profits, which would cover the principal of my investment. In other words, if you invested, let's say you bought some calls that they were worth $4,000 or $2,000, take away or trim your position in a way that you're taking the $2,000 away, which is your principal, and then let the rest ride. And then if something happens, you see weakness the following day, or you see a decrease in volume or bad news or whatnot, then at least your capital is protected, right? Your capital is back into your brokerage account, and you guarantee yourself that you're not going to lose money. Now, if we focus on the technical side of things, yesterday I was saying it would be great either if we consolidate on this area or we maintain the support level at 18.73 and maybe even go down to 17.8 and then retest this level and continue going up. Similarly to what was happening here. In this case, you were consolidating right under this resistance at 17.3, give or take, and then you continue going up after you broke the 35 SMA, which, by the way, is an indicator that works very well on the one-day chart. Anyways, so today what happened is, and there was an absolute overreaction on the market. You went down 15% all the way to 16, which we can consider a support level as well. Let me see, because you're right here on this gap that you had. This was probably some news or something, so it kind of respected this level right here, which I do not have on my chart. But anyways, from 16, let's go back to the 5-minute chart. We went down on this double bottom. Keep in mind, this is a 5-minute chart, so take it for what it is. You had this bottom right here, and then you went up over the 35 SMA, which, again, it works best on the 1-minute chart, and then it just continued going in an upwards direction, which means that buyers at one point during the day, early in the day, they started coming back in. That's interesting. Another thing that I noticed is, and this happened after hours yesterday, so I think that either by the time I was making my video or right before, this was happening. Now, let's get to what actually triggered this overreaction. In my opinion, this is just an overreaction, and I will tell you why. LLY had news that their product, and I'm going to have a hard time pronouncing this, which is tirzepatide, is no longer in short supply. Okay, well, that's good news for them. The thing is that HIMS doesn't carry that product. Now, it's a product that is close to what they have, and the product that HIMS has is, let me find it right now really quickly. It's just that it's a different product, but it's the same family of pharmaceutical product. And I'm sorry, I'm just looking for the name. Realize, and I have actually a breakdown of what happened today on X. So the link of my X account or profile is on the description. But anyways, HIMS doesn't carry this product. And also, let's take a look at LLY price action. It was pretty much flat today. Nothing really happened. So it's not like these were like fantastic news or anything like that. So that's, in my opinion, why we can argue that this was an overreaction from the market. And those overreactions come in this way. You had this very nice move from basically 13 all the way up to 18, almost 19. You were actually at 19 on Tuesday. And then you see this news, then people are just going to bail and take profits and forget about it and don't look back. So, I do believe that that's basically what happened. And then it created this chain reaction of selling after market hours yesterday. And then there was a continuation to that sell-off early in the day. And then around 7:50 California time, buyers came back in, which is a good sign. And the stock actually recovered 5%. You're still down 10%, which is totally sucks. But in my opinion, as I'm saying, this is an overreaction. I do believe now that Friday normally is a day with low liquidity, but I wouldn't be surprised if we hit this area right here, even though 16 seems to be a pretty decent support area. And we are going to go down towards 15.3 and maybe rebound at this area. This is a 200 SMA, and then you might rebound over here. Or another thing that could happen is, like, if we break this resistance level tomorrow, which is 17, 17 and change, 17.25, then I think this is going to recover towards 18. Because you have low liquidity here, and then you even have more lack of liquidity in this area. So again, I do think this was an overreaction of the market. And so the product that we're discussing here is for both LLY and HIMS is GLP-1, and both of them offer the same thing. They just have different drugs in their portfolios. And again, HIMS doesn't carry tirzepatide. It carries something else. And I'm trying to read this while I'm talking, and I cannot find the name of the drug that they use. But anyways, I just don't want to repeat myself. This was an overreaction, in my opinion. Short term, I do believe that we are, my range right now is 1534 or 1530 and 18.7. I think this name needs a little bit of time, maybe until Wednesday of next week, and see what happens. The best thing that could happen to him today is, or tomorrow, is breaking resistance and then somehow make it or stay on that area over resistance. If that is the case, then I think that buyers are going to come in. For a lot of people, I think, and I know a lot of traders that like HIMS and still like HIMS, this is an opportunity to buy at a lower price and see if we're going to reach again 18.7. My bullish price target continues to be 21.7. My first price target is back to 18.73. Yesterday I was saying 21.7, but we have to get to 18.73. Let's mount, if we mount, I shouldn't say let's, if we mount 17.2 or 17.3, and we stayed on that area, I think this is going to recover. MACD and TSI don't look bad at all. They are basically neutral, and the same with the RSI. So This might give it a little bit of a breather. Again, tomorrow, normally Fridays come with low liquidity, and that could have an a little bit of a, I don't know, a little bit of a maybe implication to the downside, but we'll see. And let's see what comes in tomorrow and see if there's any catalyst that is going to ruin everybody's day. Government payrolls, non-farm. We have non-farm tomorrow. And Phil Williams, nobody cares about this guy. Yeah, that's what we have. And let's see. No, I don't want to go for next week. So at least for now, I would wait and see. I personally want to wait. I'm sorry if you have a heavy position on this, but my entry would be 1534, and that also tells you how some traders think. Waiting for, and this is good news for some people who are waiting for a discount and then get back in. And that's probably, in my opinion, what pushed the stock higher is, and we're hitting this, which is again a support level that dates back to this gap right here. So it dates back, and actually you can argue to these candles right here, but let's, for the sake of actually being more precise, goes back to this point right here on May 20th, where you have the RSI, which is overbought. So, we might be bouncing on the 16 level. What level is this? I'm not going to mark it because it's basically 16. So that was pretty strong. Anyways, that's what I have for HIMS. Again, I think it's an overreaction. I think it was silly, and the market works like that LLY gets the product that they get. And I guess the implication for this is like, well, then competition is coming for HIMS. And, how many times do you have, and let's say this before I finish the video, how many times do you have a prescription and then that is one drug, and then now the competition has a similar product, which is a different drug, has the same effect, and then I decide to change subscriptions to the other guy. Nobody really does the hassle unless the price is considerably lower. Then in that case, you lose a little bit of market. But in reality, again, the market was just being the market. It happens all the time. Go take a look at Tesla and see what is happening as well. There are overreactions, and it happens all the time. HIMS, as I mentioned before, as well as a warning, tends to, and you just have to look at the market, tends to be volatile. So it goes up high, and then it kicks you in the mouth really hard as well. So keep that in mind. That's another reason why I said you're hitting a price target, take some of the money out, so you de-risk a little bit, and then you have a little bit of peace of mind if something nutty like this happened. But I think this gap is going to get filled probably before earnings, in my opinion. Hopefully that happens. Hopefully there is opportunity for some people to get back in, and we'll see what happens. But I think between tomorrow and Wednesday, we're going to have a better understanding of how the chart is going to behave for HIMS. That's all I have for you, traders. Thank you very much. I appreciate you subscribing and listening to this. Like the video. It would be greatly appreciated. And visit me on X. I post a lot of charts over there. Thank you. Bye-bye.